Yeah. What? I can't wait.
Are you on?
Am I live?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there goes my coffee. Hello, Bill. Hello, Justin. Hello, Flea. Hello, Tom Paul. Hi, Barry. We mean okay. Hey, Peppy. Oh, I just lost my... Oh, gosh, Denny.
No, I'm still hearing you.
Okay, well, I was just going to say I lost my straw. It fell in. It's not long enough for that bottle. How are you? Hello, Pam. How are you guys? So I guess you figured it out, huh? Hey, Pat. How are you? By the title, you know what I'm going to do tonight, right? Yeah, it's hot here, too. It's crazy hot. And hubby's being a good egg by not having the air on so I can hear. Hey, Chris. You going to sleep? I gotta wait a little bit until everybody gets here. If I get started, I'll get yelled at. I already know that. I'm sure, Tom Paul. What's the temperature there? Oh, no. Bananas. Stupid bananas. They're still going on. Can you believe it's still going on? The farce is still going on. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, I'm sure. It was almost 100 here. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the humidity that's really doing a number on it. Because what was the temperature, Denny? And it said 108 feels like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Just nasty weather. Like I said earlier, get yourself some peppermint tea. It'll keep you cool. Hello, Mitch. How are you? Now, I have never done this before, okay? I've never done this at all. Hey, Darth. How are you? Yep, go back to work. Love you. God bless you. Peppermint jelly. Ew. No, it's in the title. Yeah. Humidity gets me too. You know, I like the heat. I just don't like the humidity. In Florida, I didn't have that. What's the story? It's a story I made up. Yeah, I'm gonna start writing stories and telling them some of the lives on some of our live chats. Lots of you have asked me because I write. So it's just a fictitious story, bedtime story. Once upon a time, many, many moons ago. Hey, I didn't start mine out once upon a time. Hey, Nan. Okay, Bill. All right, go to sleep, Bibby. This is a story I wrote. Too bad the people that asked me to write the story aren't here. Hi, Rod. How are you? Nope, I haven't started yet. I gotta wait because I did promise them at 10 o'clock. It's not 10 o'clock yet. So we can talk about the weather before, or lack thereof. We have been talking about the weather. What's wrong with you? I don't know. Excuse me. Anyways, thank you, Carrie, very much for all your videos, all your uploads, and all your lives. Keeps us busy. I don't even know how. What was the temperature today, Denny? What did it get up to?
98.
98 degrees.
98.
Yep. Crazy. So when I go out and water the garden, I just put the water up in the air so I get rained on. Feels good. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, it's a hot one. That's right. It's good. I remember when you first started out, I watched your first Bigfoot Odyssey show. I was going to be one of your first guests, remember? That was craziness back then. But Carrie, you and Linda will have to come out here and do a an old school Bigfoot Odyssey. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're not there. You know, I'm glad we're here. And I get some pretty good activity here. Yeah, when that's over. If it ever ends. They're talking about round 2 now. Did anybody see that video? Oh my gosh, you're gonna be kidding me. That was so funny. The new bananas is targeting IQs lower than 96 or something. Hey, Ramona. Oh, this is craziness. That's my birthday. Hey, that's my birthday. Yeah, you gotta do that. Yeah, I know. Hey, Pammy. Good to see you. That camper wouldn't take very long. Yeah, hi, Cans. Especially if you have the finances to be able to do it. Just gut the thing. Be done with it. You'll be happy in the long run. Happier. All right, how much time we got? Okay, it's 9:53.
8 minutes.
It's 9:53. That's 7 minutes. Oh, it's good to see you too. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Yeah, less stress.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. Hubby said hi. You guys are going to have to tell me when I'm done with this. Hey, Nelson. You guys are going to have to tell me when I'm done with this if you, and tell me the truth. If you like it, I'll write more. If not, because I don't want to, the encounters that I get, I can't read. You know, they won't allow me to read them. They send them to me, but they ask me not to read them, not to tell anybody. So, the stories I write are just stuff I come up with. You know, I get ready to go to lay down at night and my brain goes on overdrive. So I just get up, tell Richard I said hi. So I just get up and start writing. Ah. Oh, everybody better be nice to Martha. Even though she did know the secret way before you guys did. Na 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 na. Oh, choking. Yep, Martha has cactus. Hey, Chuck. Yeah, it's hot here too. I am drinking dandelion tea with honey in it. Nope. It's in the title. I finally finished that story I promised everybody. You know, about 6 months ago. No, you can't. Well, that's up to you. So that was a surprise. I finally got it finished. So if you don't want to hear the story, that's fine. You know, but I'm going to read it because I did promise. Hello, Long Island. Welcome. How are you? Yeah, I know, right? And Martha's got her cactus ready. Cacti, excuse me. Well, it's nice to see you. All right, we have 4 minutes. I do. As you guys can tell in the title, the name of the story is called For Ellie. And I'm sorry, but I'm rotten. I am ornery. I mean, I really am. So what I'm going to do is I may, it depends on how it goes. Halfway through this story, I was going to pre-record it and put it up, but I can't do that. So I might stop at one point and put ... to be continued. And then I can read the rest of it tomorrow.
Rotten.
You hush. But if not, I'll just continue to read it tonight. Denny's been giving me grief about this since I started writing it 2 days ago. I mean, he said, you can't do that. And I said, yes, I can. He goes, you're bad. He called me evil. I know I'm rotten, right? I can't help myself. Come on, 3 minutes. I promised 10 o'clock. Can't start till 10. Getting too warm for you, baby?
Nope.
I'll just say, open the window.
No, it's not too warm.
Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, I know. What?
Dandelion tea.
Yeah, dandelion tea. It's 10:58 in Connecticut. Oh, see what Bammy said?
What?
It's 10:58 in Connecticut. Connecticut.
Tell him, sorry, it's not here.
That's Pammy's a her, silly. Tricks are for kids.
Oh.
Anyways, can you guys see the lights out there? Barely, kinda. They were pretty bright earlier. This thing will not focus though. But I won't be able to read the comments. So as I'm reading, guys, I'm just gonna look at my writing because I have to have my computer up here. That's the only way. I can't print it out. Hey, Pam. Home of the lurkers. Hi, Jamie. Anyway, so if you guys would, what I'll do is if you need to get me my attention or something, just tell Denny, because he's on the live down there. Just tell him and he'll say something to me. But I'm just going to start reading in 1 minute. I have 1 minute left. Everybody doing well tonight besides being hot? Is it cooled off for you anyway? Hi, Debbie. Yeah, much happier. I get down just like everybody else does, you know, stuck in this trailer when it's so hot outside, can't do anything. You don't have the money to do stuff that you want to do, you know, when you're used to it. I'll tell you what, that is humbling. It is just so humbling. But that's okay, because stuff still works. Hey, Doodle. And so it gives me pause for a while, and I'll get irritated or whatever, and I'll go outside and I'll look at my garden and I'll smile, or go to the hot house and, you know, realize what I have. You know, everything I asked for, I have. You know, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a little bit to get things rolling. So I got to be patient in between that. And I just haven't been patient. I've been stamping my foot and saying, why? You know, spoiled little rotten monkey. My horns are showing. Okay, drum roll. It's 10 o'clock. All right, you guys ready? Everybody that's going to be here is here, right? Clear my throat. Now remember, I've never done this before, so be patient with me. Okay? All right, here we go. The name of this story is called For Ellie. And don't forget, I'm not going to watch the comments. All right. Hello, I'd like to introduce myself and share a story I've kept to myself for many years while growing up in the woods of Oklahoma. First, my name is Adam. I'm darn near 30 years old now, and I live in the foothills of the Kiamichi Mountains with my sister Ellie, who's 4 years my younger, and my aged Pa, who isn't our father, but actually my grandfather. He insisted on the name, saying that he was too young to be a grandpa, so we just call him Pa. Thankfully, he took us in when our parents died 3 weeks before Ellie's 5th birthday, and she hasn't been right since that day. They went to town to get her a birthday present and never returned, and she blames herself, you know, and why some say she's a little off, but we get by. Our Pa owns near 500 acres on the outskirts of a small town. It's been in the family claims since the Civil War, and the cabin we live in now, he built with his bare hands, just ask him. Yep, every brick and log alone with my bare hands, he'll say to anyone with an ear. Most of the land is untouched, though. Mature trees, oak, ash, hickory, pine, cedar, and then blackberry bushes galore, wildflowers, and the most beautiful mountainous hillsides you'd ever seen, and dot those landscapes with massive, visible caves and rock croppings. On 100 of those acres are 50 head of cattle, 2 pig pens housing 12 to 20 at any given time, a broken down chicken coop with 10 chickens and 1 mean old rooster that I named Hawk, and a horse corral that only had a mule in it named Vomit. Pa named the mule Vomit because when it was born and for about a week after, it made the most disgusting sound as if someone were profusely vomiting. Not sure why I'm telling you this, but it's true. The cabin is a decent-sized log with a brick foundation running around about 4 feet up on all sides. It's 3 bedrooms, bathroom, wide open area combining the kitchen and the living room, and he calls the great room. There are buckskins, antlers, and wild hog heads on every wall with little space for anything else. Truly a hunter's paradise cabin. Pa has a picture of his beloved by his bedside table and another in the great room above the fireplace so he can look at her every day. Not many feminine touches around the place since she passed, and neither Ellie nor myself remember much of her. She died from pneumonia when I was 6 and Ellie was 2, and what I remember most is him rearranging the cabin after she was gone, and then his sense of humor followed. It wasn't so bad being raised by our Pa. He taught us how to fish, how to hunt, how to harvest game, grow our own vegetables, cook, and where the best hiking trails are. Not bad for an old man. He can traverse those mountains like a pro and never get lost. We'd go with him every day after chores or school to either hunt for the game we needed or check his favorite trails to make sure they were open and litter-free. He'd say, nothing like an interrupted nature walk when you find trash thrown everywhere. So one of us always carried a plastic bag to gather the litter if found. Then we would listen to him threaten any trespasser with bodily harm if caught, and he meant it. But that's getting off subject, so let's get back to the good stuff, shall we? One thing I never understood that Pa always did was when we killed an animal and harvested it in the woods, he'd gather the remains and set them on the nearest tree stump or rock cropping, and then he'd bring us back home and go directly to the garden. He'd grab a sack full of vegetables and take it out to a clearing in the woods and say thank you to absolutely no one. And then he'd hurriedly nudge us back to the cabin. I remember asking him multiple times, Pa, who are you leaving the veggies for and who are you saying thank you to? Only to be met with silence and a very sheepish grin. It was nerve-wracking to keep that secret from us. I wanted to know so badly that one time I snuck out the back door and yelled, "Who are you?" to no one. I looked around to make sure Pa wasn't sneering at me and then retreated back into the cabin with still no answers. To be honest, I did that more than once, but who's counting? Now fast forward to 5 years ago when things changed for the whole family. I had a few close friends that I hung out with practically all my life, and we spent many a night out in the woods camping or fishing together. I couldn't put the odd things that had happened to us on those outings together until just now. My best friend Mike and his girlfriend Angie were the ones who were with us on most of the outings. They were inseparable at that time and they're married today. Angie spent a lot of time with Ellie and they seemed to be able to get on without Ellie getting too nervous or end up wanting to go home early. This was great for me because I was able to go off for a while with Mike alone. Guy talks, you know. Well, Ellie was fine as long as she was sleeping close to me or Angie, and she'd even go out to use the restroom at night in the woods alone if we were all awake. Other than that, she didn't seem to have a problem until the sun went down. Well, Pa never doted on her. He said she would grow out of it eventually, and to baby her would be a huge mistake. He made sure that she did things during the day alone, and she didn't seem to mind. Again, it was mainly at night she got quiet and fearful, and I chalked it up to her having nightmares about our parents. Well, we were all packed up and ready for a couple days out in our favorite section of the woods. Mike and Angie were on their way, and Pa said, "You all have fresh batteries in your flashlight? No moon tonight. It's going to be pretty dark out there." Well, I'm standing there mentally going over what I may have forgotten in my pack. "Yeah, I got extras too, Pa," I replied. "Oh yeah, I forgot my skinning knife." And as I turned to go after it, I run smack dab into Mike's chest. What the heck? He's laughing and so is everyone else. I don't scare easy, but Mike is over 6 foot and about as wide as the door. Backside of the barn, Paul calls him. I just call him Moose when I can get away with it. "You jerk," I said, and I tilted my head around him towards Angie, because she had the food. "Hey, Ange, what'd you bring for dinner this time?" I asked, carefully surveying her bulge backpack. "Nothing for you, mister. This is Mike's favorite meal, and we ain't sharing either." "Dang females," I mumbled. "I packed our sandwiches, Adam," said Ellie, with a big smile on her face. "Thanks. You're the best. What kind?" Her nose crinkled as she glared at me. "PB&J, silly, my favorite." Good grief, here we go again. "I hate those, Elle. A man needs meat, not peanut butter." She says, "But you're not a man yet." And she's laughing all the way back to the kitchen. So I turned from her and paused standing with his hands on his hips. "I know that's supposed to mean something." "Forgetting something, young man," he says. "Not that I know of." "What?" "But I forget." Now he's walking towards me. Uh-oh. Think, Adam. Think hard. "I know. My knife, right?" Pa grins and he hands me one that forever sits on the mantel. "Thanks. Hard to fillet a fish without a knife, right?" He says, "You're welcome. Now you guys get out of here. Have a good time. Be safe. No drinking, you hear?" Pa always knew when either of us or any of us got into something we shouldn't. Sort of a sixth sense type deal. None of us got past... Wait a minute. None of us got past him in a lie. He always knew. Sorry, I'm trying to read this as I'm scrolling. Out in the yard, Mike and Angie head towards their pickup, and Ellie and I are loading the last of the food. "Where we headed, Adam?" Mike shouted. He kind of has to over the loud thing he calls a muffler. "Get that thing fixed, Mike, for crying out loud." At that, Ellie starts cracking up, crying out loud. "Yep, sure is, Adam." "To the pond, Mike. We can park at the ridge and walk in, all right?" I hope he heard me while he gunned his engine and showered us with the gravel. "Rotten moose," I said, shaking my head. "Bye, Pa. See you in a few days. We'll be at the far ridge of the pond, okay?" "Sure enough. Bye, Elle. Watch out for Adam." "I will," Ellie shouts as he closed the door. Finally, We are off, and I've been looking forward to this outing for almost a month now. Pa can't do much of the chores that he used to, one of the main reasons I still live here. So I picked up most of the chores and neither of us say a word. After working all day at my job and helping out with the chores, I'm just too tired for a camp out. Well, now's our chance. It takes me longer to get up enough nerve to ask him for some time off, but I know he understands because he ain't seen Allie yet. The way to the pond is harrowing. One sweep from Pa's tractor to clear, and that's it. Down trees, rock falls, mudslides, and animals can be a nightmare if you head up in the dark. And we'll be there right before nightfall, so I think it'll be okay, pending no mishaps along the way. Can you see Mike's truck, Elle? Scanning the ridge for tire marks, I see nothing yet. No, I haven't been looking. I will now. Hey, what's that, Adam? Ellie's looking up at the hillside that I can barely see. What? What is it? I don't know. Forget it. Oh, look, there they are. I could see the faint tire marks in the dirt and the underbrush, but I know they headed this way. Watch for the turn, Elle. I have to watch the stupid road, I muttered under my breath. I wish I remembered that path was this bad last time we came. There was a small cut down to the campsite from the road, easy to miss. There you guys are. What took you so long? Mike yelled, grinning like a cat caught. What are you up to, Mike? I know that look. I ain't done nothing, I promise. He's looking at Angie. I knew they had something planned. All right, give it up, Ange. What's Moose up to? She's giggling beyond control. I didn't get out of the car or let Elle out either. Looking around the camp area, I see a tree limb that looks extremely awkward and out of place. What's that, Mike? A trap? I said hesitantly, because I know for a fact that if I get one right, he's got another one close behind. Nah, just funnin', Adam. Let's get this set up. I'm starving. I don't trust you, Mike. Now I'm beside myself whether I should man up and get out of the car or stay here like old days. But we aren't kids anymore. Heck, I'll just get out then. Watch out, Adam, Ellie screamed, and I turned instantly to see what she was looking at. Her and Angie are in cahoots are laughing at me. You done? Is it safe to get out now? You guys stop playing. We don't have much time before dark. I swear y'all never grow up. And when did I become too old for clowning around? Okay, Adam, Ellie said. I want to do the fire pit this time. Fine, but make sure you add more stones. Last time you almost burned down the mountain. Sure, I got it. Come on, Ange, let's go, she said. The girls are responsible for setup and us guys the firewood. Unload the vehicles, play musical chairs when the girls aren't sure where they want them. But tonight, for some reason, everyone's tired, laid back, not wanting to do our normal trek through the woods or last-minute fish catch. So we got everything set up, and then all of a sudden, Ellie decides she wants a tent. Why a tent, Elle? I thought we decided not to, I said softly. I don't know, Adam. Just want to sleep in a tent. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. Mike, you want to help me get the tents out? As we head for the truck, Mike hears a noise and swiftly looks to his left. Did you hear that? Nope, didn't hear a thing, big boy. Let's get busy before we lose light. All right, man, I swear I heard something. Without a smile. Was this his final prank for tonight? Don't be fooling around, Mike. I'm serious. Adam, man, I swear I heard something move, and it wasn't a small critter either. Maybe a bear or cat. You brought your pistol, right? Mike's face is contorted with an almost fearful expression, so I had to stop, take a look around, listen intently, but all I could hear were the girls laughing and chattering like normal. I seriously don't hear anything, Mike. Do you want the single or double for tonight? And yeah, I have my pistol. So trying diligently to ward off any unnecessary fear, but like I said, something was off with all of us. Yeah, I'll take the double. I ain't keen on sleeping alone tonight. That's the last thing I remember before it happened. ... To be continued. No one's saying a word. Did everybody leave? I chased everybody away, didn't I? I am such a brat. Hi, Scotty. Oh, I can't help myself. Child abuse. That was good. What? Yes. It's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages more. Hey, Scotty. Hi, Sherry. So how'd you like it so far? Yeah, I know, I can't help myself. My husband's been giving me grief since yesterday. He said, you are evil. I'm not evil. I just think it's perfect. I can stop here and then tomorrow finish the rest. And that way, if you didn't like the story, you don't have to come back tomorrow and listen to it. I can't pay. Hey, Andy. I don't know how. I told you I'm hyper. I am not good at writing. I mean, not good at reading. I have to read really fast. I know I'm horrible, aren't I, Ramona? I've choked to death. Uh-oh. Virtual campfire. That's what I wanted to do tonight. Hi, Christy. I wanted to put a campfire out there and put it. I was gonna try to upload it first so I could sit on the live chat. All right, so you guys want to hear the rest, or do you want me to do it tomorrow? I can't help but go fast, but I can go ahead and finish it tomorrow. Sometimes that energy is not so great. Uh-oh. You hush. Stop. This program, this writing program is making me crazy. Let me go back. I got a lot of places to go. Hold on. Gotta find it. Okay. All right, so you want me to continue? No cliffhangers? All right, here we go. Ellie and Angie are screaming their heads off. Mike and I turn and race back to the camp, but stop dead in our track. Mike looks up and says, oh my gosh. Adam, are you seeing what I'm seeing? What on God's earth is that thing? Mike shouted. I couldn't breathe. What kind of joke is this? Is that a bear, Mike? Tell me that thing's a bear. Oh my gosh. I'm stammering for words. Mind's racing beyond control. It was massive, and I mean massive. I dropped the tents on my foot, but I couldn't move. All I saw was this huge, hairy hand grabbing the side of our pile of chairs that were leaned up against a tree and throwing them all over the place at once as if they were toothpicks. Elle, where are you, Ellie? I screamed. Then I saw her, rolled up in a ball on the ground next to the pit they were building, barely visible now due to the darkness falling in. Where's Angie? Mike, I don't see her. Mike and I are back to back looking in all directions at the same time. Angie, for God's sakes, answer us, Mike shrieked. We could still hear movement in the woodline, and not knowing who or what it was, we fell silent. We whispered, Mike. We both heard that, spun around to behind us, and a faint uttering resonated in our ears. Ange, is that you? I can't see anything, Adam, can you? No, I can't see a dang thing. Angie! I forgot I had my pistol. How did I forget I had that? I can't even think straight, but I pulled it out from my belt holster, aimed at the woods and yelled, I will shoot you. Whatever you are, I'm armed and I will shoot to kill. Don't doubt that. I'm shaking now. Where the heck is Angie? Oh my Lord, Ellie. I forgot Ellie. I turn around and literally jump in her direction, grabbing her ankles and pulling her legs towards me. Mike, take Elle back to the truck now. No way, we need to find Angie. I ain't leaving her out there, Adam. I'll stay here. Get Ellie in your truck and lock the doors. Hurry, Mike. I screamed while combing the woodline with my pistol ready and safety off. There it is again. Adam, whispered, barely audible. Ange, is that you? I whispered back. It's me, Adam. Come get me out of here. I'm so scared. Hold on, Ange. I'm coming. Where are you? Why don't you just come out? You're safe. We're here, and I won't let anything happen to you. Just come out. I'm almost in tears now. I can hear the truck doors lock and Mike running back this way, flashlight in hand. As he nears me, I say, she's here, Mike. I just heard her, but she won't come out. Baby, come out. Come out. We got you. Nothing's going to get past me, I promise. Just come out to me. Mike said with almost tears himself. I can't, she whispered. Again. What? Said Mike. Why the heck not? Angie, is someone with you? He said without knowing why. Mike was pale, shaken, and on the verge of a blowout when we heard her say, yes, there's someone or something right here by me. Please, Mike, come get me. That was it. Mike and I both bolt into the darkness with barely lit flashlight and my pistol. What if it's a person? What if it's that thing that has her? What the heck is going on? Mike, wait for me. I have the gun. I'm trying to keep up, but he's like a raging bull knocking down everything and anything in his path, screaming her name over and over. Mike, stop, I shouted. Wait until we hear her again. Angie, where are you? I said in a louder voice. I'm over here, she mumbled, right over here. And be careful, there's something next to me. Mike and I look at each other in total amazement and fear. Angie, is it a bear? Nope, not a bear. I think it's a Bigfoot, Mike, she said without pause, and I don't think it wants to hurt me. At that point, Mike and I are completely stunned, our adrenaline out of control. If this is a game the girls are playing, it ain't funny, and Angie knows better than to set Mike off. But what about the creature? What about the throwing chairs around the camp? What about the crashing noise? I can't see Angie. I'm going to lose it. All the years of learning about the woods and hunting and game and nature and life couldn't and didn't prepare me for what we saw next. Ahead of us in the dim spray of the flashlight beside the gnarled oak tree stood Angie, and standing there next to her, a huge, definite female Bigfoot. There, I said it, Bigfoot. You know the things of legend and folklore, those gigantic man-eating creatures of the Pacific Northwest? This one could barely take your ears off. This one could probably take your ears off spitting tobacco. Mike drops to his knees, sobbing out loud and wholly firming to my pant leg for stability, but no one utters a word. I can't take my eyes off the creature, her head towering over Angie's and her body 3 times the width. What do we do, Ange? Can you get away? Can you get away to me? I asked as calmly as possible, almost as if I were talking Ellie out of one of her nightmares. Angie slowly glances up to look at the creature's face, then back at us. Mike, baby, get up, look at me, and put your arms out. As Mike rises, his legs barely able to stand the almost 200-pound mass, he can't bring himself to look at the creature, the only one holding his girl hostage, knowing it could rip her from limb to limb in a second if he made a mistake. Please, Mike, look at me, she repeats, and Mike gradually focuses on her. Not her, Mike, me. Don't look at her. I can't help it. This isn't real. This isn't right, Ange, he stammered. Best he could get those words out. Okay. With arms outstretched towards Angie and his eyes look directly into hers, the creature slowly tilts her head to the side, takes a long, careful sweep of the area, sniffs the air like a bear would prey, then look directly at Mike, me, then Mike again, and gently nudges Angie to move. Slow, Ange, move real slow, I said, while noticing Mike's hands are trembling furiously for the anticipation of her in them. Within moments, she's in his arms and they're crying together. I can do nothing but stare at the creature whose face holds no emotion, no anger, no threatening glare, no sounds, nothing. Let's back out real slow, guys. I started to move as calmly as I gave direction. Don't turn your back on it, whatever you do. Careful steps, methodical as if walking on broken glass, not wanting to make any sudden noises or movements. I clumsily trip over a broken branch and land sideways in the pitch-black forest floor. Dang it, I yelled. Then hurriedly glanced back to the creature who was now gone. Vanish. Landed on my holster, scratched my arm all the way down, but it's gone. Let's get the heck out of here, Mike says. I'm with you, buddy. You okay, Ange? What do you think? Where do you think that thing went? No response. She was ashen, shaking, and in shock, I think. We need to get her to Pa. He'll know what to do. Pick her up, Mike. Insisting on driving Mike's truck and leaving all the gear where it was, I drive off with us safe. Ellie is trying to comfort Angie, and Mike is still shaken up. I am staring directly in front, no sideways glances, no combing the woods for creatures. I'm done. As we pull into the drive, I continuously honk the horn in hopes Pa isn't holding the shotgun, peering out the window, waiting to take a shot at the noisy intruders. I roll down the window and start shouting, Pa, hurry, we need help. Seeing him come out the door seemed to settle my nerves and restore my confidence in what had to be done. And seeing him also made me realize how bad things could have gone tonight. Pa took one look at the girls and knew exactly what to do. Come here, Ellie. Pa opened his arms and held her tight, whispered something in her ear, and with her head down, she walked off into her room. Pa grabbed Angie up in his arms and said, boys, follow me. And with that, he didn't walk into the cabin, but out into the woods. Pa, what are you doing? Don't go out there. There are monsters out there. Believe me, we just saw them tonight. I almost said shouting, all the nervousness returning to my veins as I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. Lighten up, Adam. Trust me. I'll explain later, he said assuredly. Angie is snuggled in Pa's arms while Mike and I trail behind, not wanting to ever step back into the woods, especially after what we've just been through. But we follow cautiously, eyes darting back and forth for movement and ears perked for as much as a twig break. My senses are heightened. Mike is concerned about Angie more than we are going into the woods, but he scans like I do. Pa is moving slowly, humming a song he used to sing to us years ago. He's also scanning the woods for movement, but shows no sign of fear or reservation. As we go deeper in, I recognize they're headed where we are headed, and just about to ask Pa why when there she is again. The same dark, hair-covered, taller than a giant female Bigfoot we just ran away from. Pa! I never finished that as he said to me, Adam, meet Lily. She's the true owner of these acres we live on, and try to be calm. She's not going to hurt you. No way. This has got to be a dream, or this is a nightmare. How long has he known? The words that came out of Pa's mouth after that were unnatural, not English, unrecognizable to me or Mike. I couldn't ask. I just stood there in complete and utter shock. He was communicating with this creature, and it was talking back to him. What are they saying, Pa? A quick glance my way and then back to her. Hush. Just watch and learn, Pa said sternly. Looking at Mike for reassurance, I simply got a nod, a crooked, peculiar grin, and his hand pointing in her direction. Angie's body started to quiver as she was coming around to reality, and boy, what a reality she'd wake to. Pa instinctively placed his hands by her mouth, whispered in her ear just like he did Ellie, and gently placed her on the ground and sat beside her. Angie never took her eyes off the creature, but had stopped shaking almost immediately after looking at her. Like they knew each other, you know? Exchanging of mumbles, hand gestures, and a glare I got from her told me this wasn't going to be easy. I must have done something she wasn't happy about. Wait, what am I thinking? She's a creature, not a person, right? Pa looked back at me as if on cue and says, Son, they don't like guns. She had to be sure you weren't going to shoot before she let Angie go. I had no words. No words came. I tried. Nothing seemed to be making sense to me. They know guns, intent. Pa, I didn't know what was out there, especially her. I know, but son, it's okay. No harm done. With that, I turned to leave, but a deep guttural noise came from her, stopping me in my tracks. You have to take Angie and Mike back to where you're going to camp and get your gear. Tonight. What? Why tonight, Pa? And what about Ellie? That was impossible. I haven't wrapped my head around tonight's events, let alone go back out there. Don't you mind about Ellie. I have something I have to do. Now you guys go. I'll see you in a bit. Standing there like a scorned child, pouting, Pa said, Go. Yes, Pa, and off I went. Angie was none the worse and seemed like none of this had ever happened. I wanted to talk to her so badly, but Mike was ready to pack up and head home. So at the campsite, we left the headlights on high beam and took our pitiful flashlight out to collect our belongings. No one talking, just fast-paced packing. It may have taken us 10 minutes to search for everything, so nothing was left behind. I surely didn't want to be on that female's bad side, let alone see her again so soon. I could only imagine her standing somewhere out there close by, critiquing every move I made. Mike and Angie haven't said a word. Their actions, that of essential programming as if scrubbing the kitchen floor, was alien to me. But I couldn't say a thing. Each of us, I'm sure, were mentally rearranging our knowledge of the world. It's strange, isn't it? Who knew that one event could change our paradigm forever? All done, guys. Did we forget anything, Mike? Ange? I said somberly. Got it all, I think, Adam. We'll just head home if you don't mind when we get back. Ange is exhausted and well, I don't know what I am, Mike said. Yeah, that's okay, I got it. Hey, I'm sorry about tonight, guys. Will you come back this week, Mike, so we can finish the fence? Yeah, I'll think about it, Adam. Can we just go now? I knew he felt as I did, wanting to be in the safety of our home. As the truck backed up, I scanned the wood line for movement. Nothing. All the way home, nothing. Thank God. Mike and Angie waving out the half-rolled down window as they roared down the gravel drive. I step into the cabin and see Pa and Ellie on the couch in the main room. Hey, Pa. Hey, Elle. You okay? She nodded her head gently in a gentle yes and then tucked her face back into Pa's chest. Come sit, Adam. I have something to tell you. I just told Ellie. Oh, no. Not more. I'm not sure my brain can handle anything else tonight. Pa, as I sat beside them, and Pa began to explain the events the night our parents passed. You see, I knew it would be best to wait until you two were ready before explaining those events truthfully. Pa's focused on the picture sitting on the mantel of Grandma. His eyes brimmed with tears as he carefully explained the details. Your mom and dad didn't die that night in a car crash, Adam. What? My heart leapt out of my chest. But Pa... Wait, let me finish, please. I'm sorry I didn't tell you two earlier, but I couldn't bring myself until you saw her. What, you mean the creature, Pa? Yeah, son, Lily. Lily was the older juvenile when this happened, and as Paul was explaining the details, every word I hung on to as if I was seeing the events of that day, mind racing, heart pounding, tears flowing, my ears were perked. I wanted to know everything. Pa said my parents were on their way out that night to get a present for Ellie. She had been put to bed just moments before they were ready to leave. But suddenly Ellie started screaming, and both of them ran to her room, only to be met with a huge male growling face in Ellie's window. It was snarling and making aggressive expressions at them, lips curled back, eyebrows crunched, and eyes glowing red. Dad ran for the shotgun in the main room while Mom grabbed Ellie and ran out the bedroom door. The creature slammed into the front door, busting it wide open, revealing its massive structure. One step in and looting over our father, he grabbed him by the head and threw him out the front door. Enough capacity to shove Ellie, out the front door. Mom screamed in blood horror, and then it turned on her. By then, Mom had enough capacity to shove Ellie under the cabinet just in time for the creature to take her as he howled and screamed out of what was left from the front door, leaving Ellie rolled up in a position under the cabinet alone. Where was I? Where were you, Pa? I pleaded. Head down, Pa said. We were in the pasture delivering a calf. You probably don't even remember, do you, son? Again, no words. My whole life I'd been told a lie. Why didn't you tell us sooner, Pa? And what does she have to do with all this? Pa described that night as if it happened yesterday. You could see the torment in his eyes. He kept looking at Grandma's picture for support, but I'm sure it never came. Lily is the oldest female in the clan. Clan? You mean there's more of them out there? Yeah, there's a family group. They've been here for years. Pa was struggling with the words now. It's okay. Please go on, Pa. Lily knew the other male was close. He was a rogue, not belonging to this clan, and so she followed him. That was her job as sentry. She got there only a few seconds too late, came inside, saw Ellie unharmed, and picked her up immediately and then brought her to us. Remember now, Adam? Oh my gosh. Suddenly flashes of the past filled my mind. Yeah, I remember. I can't believe this. How could I have forgotten something like that? I remembered only a brief sighting, then Pa reached his hand in front of me and pushed me ever so gently behind me, telling me not to scream. I thought it was a bear. I was only 9, but old enough to have remembered that. Where did my memory go? Why? I believe it was the trauma of my parents' death and Ellie's sudden mental change that caused me to focus on being there for her and hiding away the brief encounter about the creature. So you see why Ellie is the way she is and why I couldn't bring myself to tell you both the truth? It's so far-fetched, especially for those not knowing anything about them. I couldn't risk it. So what happened to the male, Pa? I blurted out. I was angry. I killed him, Adam. Lily took me after I got you kids safely to bed. She took me out to find him. I couldn't have found him on my own. Lily pushed me, grabbed me, picked me up, carried me over the woods until she caught his scent, then gently set me down in a field and held her hand up, telling me to stay put. Then she ran off, and all I could hear was crashing and screaming, growling, and horrific noises that I've never heard before. Then out of the woodline comes this male. Huge male, on all fours, charging at me like a raging bull. I took the safety off and fired once, fired twice, another, and then another, and finally he fell. Face forward, but he's dead. Lily walked somberly out of the woods. Her eyes showed sad emotion, and then she motioned to another behind her, and between them they carried his body away. To this day she has been gentle with me, well, with all of us. She's watched you children play for years, carefully hidden just out of view, but you were always safe. Now she wants you to learn the ways of the woods, and she has taught me, and keep the peace between our clans. You know, that makes sense now. Many things do. The gifts, the thank yous, spoken by him to no one, the bones. In certain places, a specific way, and the food from the garden. Pieces are finally fitting together, and while I'm happy to know the truth, I'm not so sure camping, fishing, and hiking will ever be the same. But I do know now that my pa is one of the strongest, smartest people I know and I trust. And as an adult, I must concede to the lie as one meant only for our safety and our good. It's okay, Pa. I understand. Feeling that stress and pressure on him for all those years, I said boldly, Pa, I love you. Reaching out to hug him and Ellie, and as Pa leans over to meet me, the pain and heaviness lifts off as if someone took the world of hurt off my shoulders. Content and comforted in our group hug, Ellie raised her head, looked me straight in the eye, smiled sweetly, and said, Hey, Adam, guess who's here? The end. Dun, 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 dun.
Very good.
So, what'd you think? Did you guys all fall asleep? You like it? Really? Oh, you guys are freaking me out. Pam says no. Really? You guys liked it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen to my husband laughing. He's laughing because I just read it to him. You think that's funny, huh, Betty? Anyways, how'd you like the ending? I thought that was pretty good. Where's part 2? You're right, Denny. Well, passion my words, because I've seen these guys, and my hands were shaking telling the story because, you know, if you've ever seen one of these things face to face like I have, it's hard not to talk about it without, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. It's almost like I was there. Yeah, maybe. Gift gab? Nah. I don't think so, but thanks anyway, Pappy. But I love doing stuff like that. I certainly love writing. Hey, Sarah. Oh, you're still here. Good to see you, Sarah. Anyway, so that was a surprise. Story time. Hi, Oz. You missed my story. With my onlooker of Pam's? What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know. It'd be, I guess I could do a part 2 where Adam leaves, gets married or something, and Ellie's left behind with her pa. And then she starts spending time with him. Maybe she gets married or, you know, something. I don't know. I can figure that out. But anyways, we can do story time. If you guys want to write a story and send it to me, and I'll read it for you. Yeah, don't. I won't tell you. I'm just coming up with ideas. This is what happens to me. Like I said, I go to bed. I'm ready for sleep. I'm yawning. I'm tired. Good night, Tom Paul. God bless you. Thank you for coming here. Bacon story. Ozark, you're silly. I just had bacon the other day. Na 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 na. No, I've never been roared at, Scotty. They've never been aggressive at all. The closest thing they did, good night, Bill. God bless you. Say hello to Carol for me. Hey, Cryptid. What do you mean you're not doing good, Sarah? Okay, Patricia. I read one of your poems. Don't you remember that night I read one? You sent me a couple of them. What are you doing in Colorado, Ozark? You gotta remind me which one I read, then I'll read the other one. You need meds and gas to go to the doctor on Friday. Good night, Jenny. Post your PayPal, hon. Probably not. No, I'm telling you. Chasing monsters and paychecks. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Ramona. There's Shane and Sarah's PayPal if anybody wants to help them with gas and meds. And Sarah, sounds to me like your surgery went pretty well, hon, huh? Now you're going back to the doctor for a checkup. Hey, Cryptid, what's going on in your world? Maybe I'll write another one and have somebody else read it. What do you think about that? Boy, it got awful quiet out there. Not even the dogs. Hey, are the dogs locked up, Denny?
No.
Ooh. Oh, cool, Cryptid. I get tongue-tied. I get so caught up in what I'm doing. You should see what I'm writing. Denny says one word to me and I freak out. I'm like, shh, you just ruined my train of thought. I mean, I can go. Too bad I don't have a recorder. I'll just go, you know. Did you guys get that? Hey, Miss Christie. Anyways, maybe I'll think about a part 2. I'm not sure yet. Or I'll write a different story. You want a part 2 or you want a different story? Yeah. Yeah, they're probably sitting out there going, what is she talking about? Oh my gosh, I really wish you guys could hear her. The female here, she sounds like she's, almost like she's singing. It's just a coo. It's a, wow. Yeah, when I get started on it, it's kind of hard not to. So do I, Patricia. I lay down, go to sleep, and then bing, my eyes are wide open and I got a story in my head. I'm pretty close. It depends on how much more I want to add to the edible and medicinal book. But like I told you guys, I don't want to chase down having to write 5 pages of citations, so I'm trying to get the pictures myself so they're my own pictures. Oh, cool. Thank you, Martha. But I've got a lot done on that book, and there's a lot of really good information on there. I know there's a lot of books out there about wild edibles, but I tell you guys how to make the tinctures, how to make the tea, how to make the salves. You know, I explain all that in the book. I'm excited. I'm trying, Scotty. Bad part is she does it for, as soon as I pull my phone up to the window, she stops. I had a recorder out there. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but if I've captured just a little bit of her cooing on that recorder, I'll go ahead and play it. It happens to me all the time, Rod. If it wasn't for Pappy or whoever posted Bigfoot Odysseys, I wouldn't have got it because I never got notification. In fact, I was on the channel for like 15 minutes before mine popped up for notification. And the same with DDoS's, the BDRP. The last 2 times I didn't even get notified. And I made sure that I was still subscribed and I still had the all on the bell. Yeah, cool. I'll check it out, Martha. Thank you. Yeah, I think he's called Bob in Nevada. Bigfoot Bob. No, wait a minute. Bob Home in Nevada or something like that. Martha will go find it. I knew I was going to end up reading part 2. I mean, the whole thing tonight. I just knew it was going to happen. No, not so far, Christy. Good night, Debbie. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. All right, your PayPal's up, Sarah. Now you need to let people, whoever does it, the Lord will tell them to do it. You found it? Cool. Hey, Oz, what are you doing? I knew you were going to do that, Martha. Yeah, I started writing about me growing up and Nana nap, that's cute. And I had to stop. I stopped when I was about 9, 10 years old. And it was easy to do. Yeah, I do know you. It was easy to do that part because they were just memories. But my teenage years were so bad that it feels like I'm still there. So I started having, nightmares and bad feelings and regret. So I'd get started to writing it, and I'd start crying, feeling bad for some of the stuff I did, and I just quit. So this is easier for me to write fiction. Honestly, I don't think I want to finish mine. But like I said, if you guys want to write a story, it can be fiction or whatever. Ugh, I know what that's like, Debbie. God bless you, hon. That's a lot of work, mental and physical. I have to put a straw in this because my head touches the ceiling. Ooh, I heard something. Did you guys hear that? Ooh, that's an owl. I know, I understand that. I understand that, Debbie. I went through that more than once. Now, the dogs aren't locked up tonight, which means if the coyotes come by. No, Andy, none. Absolutely none. That's freaking me out. But yet I just got through talking to somebody that lives close by, and they said they've seen tons of deer. I said, I have not seen one, but I'm pretty sure my dogs are chasing them off. They'll get locked up tomorrow. It's a catch-22 for me. I want them to be able to protect the place, but in the same breath, I don't want them to get shot, going to the neighbors. Ah. God bless you, Debbie. Good night. Rest well, hon. Turkeys, yeah. I hear them. I hear wild turkeys. Of course, the dogs don't even know what they are. You getting too hot? Denny. He can't hear me. Yeah, same here, Pam. Our neighbor said that he saw a bear too. Well, of course, they've been, even the guy from emergency management, he sent me an email on Facebook and said that they're having bear sightings around here. A lot of bear sightings. But I don't really have anything with the exception of the garden. And I think that if a bear hears the dogs, they're just going to keep going. I don't think there's anything here that bear's worth fighting a dog. I think they'll just take off, right? That's the way most black bears are anyway. Thank God there's no brown bears here. I don't think I could live here if there were grizzly bears here. I'd be scared to death. That looks like eye shine. Anybody seeing that? On the right-hand side? Is that eye shine? Yeah, Bella's all healed up. Yeah, well, our garbage doesn't stay. We put it in the back of my truck, and then I take it to the dump. We don't have trash here. What turkey? No, I can't burn it. There's too much plastic. That's dangerous. We tried that. We have a burn barrel, and we were burning stuff for a while, but boy, you get that plastic stuff burning, that's toxic. And then dummy me, I forgot to take the bottle out. The bottle exploded. Of course, I'm a pyro anyway. Did I tell you guys I did that when I was a kid? My mom told me, she gave me this blow-up bottle of whiskey and told me to put it in the incinerator. Remember incinerators? We lived in this apartment complex. And I took it down there and I threw it in and I opened up the grate. And it blew up. It blew up. And I lost all my eyelashes, my eyebrows. My Oh, when I'm out there, I do a turkey call, but I don't use one of those things to do it with. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You know, I have a lot of trees here, and it gets pretty dry here. That's why I don't want to do it. I would absolutely love to, Andy. Love to. Thank you, Pappy. Yeah. Did Carrie leave? When did Carrie leave? I didn't see him goodbye. I didn't see him say goodbye. It is here. It's really dry here. You got more rain than we did. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do when you got both of us in here. I just got through telling Denny last time we bought cigarettes. I said, I'm so done. I can't see spending money on cigarettes. I can't. I'm fed up with them. If we can just not buy them anymore, I think we'd be fine. I don't think we'd have a problem in the world quitting, either one of us. We just got to do it. Oh my gosh, Oz, it's crazy. Yeah, I know. But it's not what goes into the body that defiles it, it's what comes out. Criminal, what's criminal? Yeah, it's criminal, the price is criminal. But Like I said, I think I prefer not to. If I can get away with it, that's what I'd like to do, is quit. Congratulations, Rod. I'm very proud of you. You know, when I was working, I didn't even think about it. When I was working on the ambulance, I never lit a cigarette. I didn't care. Are you guys taking care of it now, Sarah? Thank you guys for helping Sarah and Shane. I appreciate it. Oh, really, Patricia? Yeah, I remember buying my mom's cigarettes when I was a kid at 55 cents a pack. Just one silent. Let me turn this light off. Hold on. Oh, I almost fell down the stairs. Yeah, me too. I remember walking down to the store to get my mom's cigarettes and her tab or her Pepsis. Ooh, Mitch, sorry. What's that noise? Hey, Mike. I know what you mean. Wow. Can you guys hear that? What is that? What the heck was that noise? No, there's nothing. Yeah, kind of like a whooping. Sounds like whatever those things are called in Australia that they use. Those things that make noise. Didgeridoos or something. That was my stomach. That was freaky. That's my stomach. There it is again. Hold on. I don't blame you, Mitch. I wouldn't either. That's what it just sounded like, honestly, guys. Kind of like a woo, 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 woo noise. I'm not very good at making that noise, but I don't know what it was. There's nothing out there that can make that kind of noise. I hear you, Mike. If I spend too much time on my phone, my eyes go cross-eyed. Of course, thankfully, I don't spend much time on my phone. You were close. That's right, Pam. Stomach cancer. What stage, Mike? I mean, Andy. Oops. That's what I worried about all these years. I hear you out there. Hello? Knock, knock. Oh, hey, Bob. How are you? Andy? No, I showed him. Listen, I showed Denny. I knocked on the table outside when we were sitting there, and they knocked back in the woods. Andy? Yeah, I'm so glad Bob made it home. Oh, what am I going to do with you? How you doing, Bob? You having fun? Yeah, he knows we were talking about him. He's probably been lurking the whole time. Yeah, I'm sure it has. Did you get up there to, up north? Get all that done that you wanted to get done up there? Did you find a place to live yet? I got all kinds of questions. What'd you have for dinner? And don't tell me tacos. Okay. He's not going to answer me. Huh. Yeah, has anybody seen Tony or heard from him? Amen to that. Are you going to tell me what stage, Andy? Was it good? What do you mean, was it good? Of course it was good. Tacos are good. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it, Patricia? I can't tell you when the last time was we went out to eat someplace. I don't even know if there's any place here. 18 ounce? I probably couldn't eat 3 bites of that. Hello, Mike. How are you? Are you hearing that? I can't even eat a 6 ounce. Did you guys hear that? I know you heard it. Put your earbuds on. Well, keep me informed if you would, Andy. You have my email, don't you? I'd like to talk to you about a couple of things. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Rod. Absolutely. But I have to have mushrooms on the side, though. When I have steak, I have to have my mushrooms. I love mushrooms. It was very faint, but that's how they do it. I'm so proud of you, Bob. Ouch. It's hard to sit up here. Yeah, I was very concerned for quite a while. Yeah, they're definitely here, guys. They're definitely here. I can hear them. But just like my other places, they're so, I don't know why the ones that are around me are so subtle. Wait till you get here, sis. You're going to hear all this. Oh, really? Poor Belle. Where is Belle, by the way? It's good for the stomach, too. Broccoli is one of the best things for the stomach. Well, broccoli seed. I love mushrooms. No, I don't look for tracks, really. We did find tracks when we had the, hey, Maddie. When we had the camp out, we found tracks. We found footprints. And Ramona had a sighting while she was here. No, not broccoli, not fresh broccoli, broccoli seed. So how'd that go? Matt, how'd your doctor's appointment go? Or whatever appointment you had? You said you had a doctor's appointment, didn't you? Was it because of your ear? You're not still bleeding, are you? Shut up, stomach. Okay. We be praying. You got some serious prayer warriors around here, let me tell you. Hey, now. Knock, knock. What? No. Can you open the front door, baby?
What? You stuffy?
No, it's smoky in here.
Quit smoking.
You quit smoking.
I'm not smoking. Cigarette.
Oh, cigarette smoking. You're so bad. Knock, knock. I hope they knock back.
There. Peter Pan.
Good night, Pam. Nice to see you, sweetie. Yeah, we both need to quit. Like I said, seriously, I'm telling you as God is my witness, I am ready to quit. Stop that, Bob.
I have bug time.
No, we won't get any bugs. Oh, oh. Yeah, it's really easy for me to help other people get through stuff, but it's a little harder for me. Night, Pam. Love you, miss you. You ought to try to make it out to this next camp, Pam, this next camp out. Ooh, you turned off all the lights. Ooh. That sounds like a plane. Okay, Bob. It's pretty early here yet. Let me see if I can clean up this light a little bit. Come on. Be nice. Come on. Good night, Patricia. Love ya. God bless you. I guess I'm gonna have to get busy on part 2, aren't I? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Drink some peppermint tea. Can you handle peppermint tea, Andy? Drink some peppermint tea. It'll lower your body temperature. Good night, Oz. God bless you. I've got plenty to do. I've got to get the rest of these tinctures made and the rest of the pills made that are promised out. I'm putting some things together for certain people, mixing herbs together and making capsules out of them and send them to those that need them. I love making my tinctures, though. I get out there, I'm so proud of that garden. Oh, really? No, don't let any mosquitoes in. I am so eaten up by mosquitoes. I forgot to make my mosquito repellent. Oh, I see what you're saying. I saw that light go out. I wonder if it's just going out or if something's actually blocking it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Where's my owl? How you been, Mitch? I know a lot of people are having some physical issues, and I'm sorry. You guys are on the prayer list. I pray for everyone on the live chat every single night. If you have specific prayers, let me know what the specific prayers are, and I'll pray that way. Because sometimes when I just pray, I ask for spiritual, emotional, financial, and physical healing for everybody. Sorry, I'm listening. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Martha. Prayers for the family. Lord, I lift up this chat room tonight, and I ask you to hide us under the shadow of your wing, especially through the hard times. Give us strength, give us wisdom, give us the spiritual knowledge that we need to fight against the things that are against us, because we know that you are our Father, our Lord, our God. You are our provider. You are the great physician. Everything that we are, everything that we believe in, everything that we love comes from you. And I thank you for your guidance. I thank you for your protection. And I pray against anything that would come against anyone in this chat, whether it be spiritual, physical, financial, emotional. Keep us safe, keep us strong, keep us together. Keep your word flowing, and bring those to us, Father, that need help. In Jesus' name I pray. There will be a day of reckoning. A day of reckoning. I'm listening to some of these chats out here, and I just shake my head. I don't understand. Dogs are eating their food, Denny. How long is the lag? Can you hear the dogs eating? Yum, 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 yum. Bella. Tank. Puppies. Babies. They're so cute, aren't they? I have to show you. Maybe tomorrow I'll try. Hey, Southern Cal, how are you? Maybe I'll show you tomorrow, but you gotta see Bella's face. She's beating something up. I don't know what it is. What would you guys do? Would you lock them up every night, or would you leave them out to protect? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, right, Andy? We were supposed to get rain tonight, but they lied. Okay, Rod. Yeah, I don't want to lose my babies. But I'll tell you what, nothing gets close with those dogs around here. Well, mine can't be in here. But like I said, once we've moved back there, I'm going to, we're gonna try to fence it in. And then Denny and I were talking about it. If we just put electricity on the second from the bottom, because you can't put it on the bottom because of the weeds and stuff. But if you put it second from the bottom, the dogs, they're going to touch it, they're going to get zapped. And it'll only take a couple times because Bella's pretty smart. You know, Tank's a box of rocks, but Bella's pretty smart. It won't take her long before she'll stop even going to the fence. And I think that way we can have animals, you know, if we want to pen up some animals, cow, goats. Because I'm afraid, really. Yeah, they'll warn us, but I can't. Right now, they're in a small cage, and so if something comes by like a bear or a big cat, they're basically, you know, prey. They're basically prey. You got help though, didn't you, Sarah, from Pappy and Ramona? Get some goats from Donnie. Yeah, exactly. Too bad Donnie's so far away. There's no place around here that has, well, there are, but I'm not ready for that yet. I honestly just really am concentrating on the, yeah, I don't leave them in a crate. I'm just concentrating on my tincture stuff. The stuff that helps people. We tried that once, but Pam, but you know what? Bella will be just like our, you know, the wolf hybrid that we had. He didn't care. He just, I mean, that thing was on full zap. He shook his head and just kept going. Oh, I know, right, Andy? I just don't know with my stomach if I can handle goat's milk, but people say it's really good for your stomach if you have stomach issues. But I found a lot of stuff. Like I said, you need to email me, Andy, if you would. I just got to tell you about a couple of things. Greater is he that is in the world. Right? No. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. It looks like two eyeballs, guys, doesn't it? That's some big eyeballs over there. I don't even hear my crickets. I know, I did it on purpose, Ramona. I was just being bad. Where are my crickets? Far, far away. Hey, Bella. Tank. Babies. I know, I'm full of something tonight. I don't know what it is. Roast goat. I don't want one to kill it. I want one for the milk. Good night, Chuck. God bless you. See you soon, hopefully. It's really hard for me to hear if we have any activity out here when it's been this hot, because turning off the air conditioner, this place gets so hot. You know how campers are, right? So we just have the air conditioner running all the time. So my window doesn't stay open. I can't hear anything outside. But when it's like in the 70s, I'll go ahead and leave it open. Yeah. I'm still awake, okay, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so I've heard that. I have so much information now about stomach cancer I wish I had before my sister passed. And I know, hi Hilton, and I know that they've learned so much. Okay, sweetie. Good night, Scotty. God bless you. I'll stay safe. Those look like two big eyes looking right at me. They're not, but you know. Hello? You know what? I need to get the... Nope, I don't. Take that back. All right, who else coming to the camp out in October? I know Ramona will be here. Yay! No, those are just two solar lights on the ground. How you doing, Hilton? Yeah, I hope you can be here, Martha. You gotta stay for a while. You're gonna love it here. This is actually better. Did you fall asleep, Carrie? Whose show are you gonna be on? Aw. What happened to the puppy? Are you back, Tom Paul? Okay, Rod, see you later. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Hi, Mogion. Okay. Aw. Hi, Brian, how are you? I don't know where Patrick is. Patrick is the one that wanted the story so bad. He didn't even show up. Bad, bad, bad. Mogion is live right now? Uh-oh. Well, you guys can jump over there if you want. I'm doing good. I can say I'm blessed. Oh, he's not? Tomorrow night. All right. Okay, I got it. All right. What'd I just throw at you, Denny? On the table. It is really, really, bless you, really quiet. So is the puppy going to be okay, Carrie? I always get mine late. No, we're not asking Denny nothing. Nope, not happening. He can't hear you. He's not watching the live chat. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Aww. Well, as soon as the weather changes and we're able to get a little bit cooler out, then I'll go ahead, if I can, and go back to my live chats. Right now, if you guys, I don't know if you can hear him, but Denny's panting for air. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live chat because I don't really want him to suffer. So, you guys, I will talk to you later. I thank you very much for listening to my story. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. Yeah, Brian's been MIA. Anyways, I'll say goodnight, everyone, and thanks again, like I said, for listening to my story. I appreciate it. God bless you. I love you all, and I hopefully I will be live again soon, but I'll be putting up, yeah, for some people, Mitch, I'll be putting up a video tomorrow, because I got something I want to show you guys. Ooh, I want to help, Brian. That's my favorite thing to do. Anyways, good night, all. I love you. God bless you. Take care.